Hey everyone, I know I've been needing to probably do this channel update for a very long time, but I guess you could say there's been a lot of things just really coming up and making me having to put this on hold. One of the reasons just because there was a lot of problems going on in December and also January with content ID problems. A lot of people that do, let's just say, gameplay related content going on, and plus I couldn't do the videos right away because I've been waiting a while just to get this webcam, which I've actually had a while by now, but also I've been waiting to actually get, more hard drive space because when it comes to gameplay, it's one of those things that, I'll probably end up doing often enough to the point that I need to make sure that I have more than enough hard drive space to be able to just, keep on saving gameplay onto it and everything. So, I mean, there's a lot of things I've been really excited about, and there's been a few times when I've really wanted to start doing content on this channel. And also, let's just say for the Elder Scrolls Online, I've been actually wanting to do some coverage for that particular game, but it's been under NDA for a very long time, and because of that, I can't really talk about it or anything without getting banned or in trouble or videos taken down, getting content ID claims, which in this case it's probably going to be a copyright strike, and just, there's been a lot of things really keeping me from being able to actually get started on start to make videos on this channel. So I appreciate for those of you that actually did subscribe to this channel, even though I haven't created any content or anything. And also had to reinstall Windows recently because I've been having a lot of problems with Windows and other things and rendering videos and so on and so forth, but I recently reinstalled Windows. All those problems have been fixed. My videos actually render faster for whatever reason. And so, yeah, so I feel right now is probably a good time to get started, actually, because I took a month off on the main channel, and I'm going to go back to doing videos regularly pretty soon. So, I figured it'd be a good time to go and start making content pretty soon on this channel. So there's a lot of things that I'm really wanting to do on this channel. I'm wanting, I guess you could say, one of the things that I didn't actually plan to do, which this is something I think that I probably should do, just because it's so convenient and something that I really don't have that much problems doing, and that is doing commentaries. Now, that's something that a lot of people are doing, but I think it's something that won't really hurt for me to do, but it's not going to be like the big focus, but, at least it'll, be convenient enough to where I can, do those types of videos without having to, make sure I have a ton of, clear time on my hands, in order to actually get started. Kind of like a Let's Play series. Sometimes you have to make sure you have a good amount of empty time so then you could, spend enough time on that. And, I mean, other than that, when it comes to, let's just say, the commentaries, one question I want to ask you guys right off the bat is, do you guys want me to have this webcam on when I'm actually doing, having conversation or talking about things when I'm doing commentaries? Or do you want it to just be purely gameplay? Now, for Let's Plays, of course, it's normal to, have a webcam up there, but I'm going to try to possibly do something to make it so then I can actually record the gameplay, but without having the webcam in the corner, because sometimes if you're using certain software, let's just say record both, or doing live streams, there's no way for you to remove the webcam in the corner and be able to still have the gameplay, over that corner, because even though they're like two different layers of video when you record it at once, it's just, that's it. So I think I'm going to try to do something in order to fix that, so that will be really great, so then that way I could choose to have the webcam on or not. And for the Let's Plays, as far as the Let's Plays go, I'm mostly going to be choosing games that, I've been very anxious to play and very interested to actually play, and there's a lot of games I have in mind, but some of them require me to actually maybe get a new system or, invest quite a bit more money than I would expect, but they're definitely things that I was probably going to do beforehand anyways, and I'm looking very forward to actually doing it. Now, one of the things I've actually thought about doing that I think will be a really great thing for this channel overall is that, because I talked about earlier how there was a lot of problems in January and December with the content ID systems, with people getting content ID claims for, having gameplay on their channel and that kind of stuff. And a lot of it, has gotten a lot of people upset because, for years, not from the beginning of YouTube, but at a certain point, YouTube made it so then, when there are networks for YouTube, if it's a gaming center network, their job to do is to pretty much give the game developers a small share of the money and to overall get rid of, just take care of all the copyright or content ID problems. So then the producer that's creating the content that includes gameplay doesn't have to worry about those problems, because it's one of those things that can be very time consuming. It's one of those things you have to be very careful about. And most people just really don't want to deal with that, because they want to spend more time focusing on the actual content. And, for whatever reason, YouTube decided to just flip the switch, and, because of that, it's not so easy anymore. And there are some ways to get around it and make it easier and have those problems less often. And the easiest way is to make sure that you have a content, what is it called? A public statement from the game developers and basically proof that they allow you to monetize videos that include gameplay for their game or games, because I've seen publishers that have tons of series that just said you could monetize gameplay for any content for any of the games that we've made. And, and one of the things I'm thinking about actually doing for this channel is making it so then, let's just say any video, like any gameplay that you see on this channel from this point forward will be for games that you're legally allowed to monetize gameplay off of. Because some developers do not allow you to do that. And because of that, or they're ones that are kind of iffy, kind of pending, sometimes they're very selective, like they only give certain people permission to, but I'm going to be strictly doing gameplay for games that, you're allowed to monetize gameplay footage of. And so that way, let's just say if you're a viewer or if you make content as well or anything like that, or if you run into a problem in the future where you get a content ID claim and you're like, what is this? Then you'll have that, public statement, which I'll include in the link in the description below for every video I do from this point forward with gameplay in it for that game. So then you're like, okay, this guy did some gameplay or let's play or commentary, whatever type of, content with gameplay for this game. And, if he did it, then obviously, it must be, legally allowed, you must be legally allowed to, from the publishers. And so then that way you could just look in the description below for any video that I do for that particular game, and you'll see an actual link to the public statement, and you could just use that as your backup for in case you get false content ID claims, because that will be your proof that they allow you to monetize content that includes their, gameplay and that kind of stuff. So that's one thing I think that's going to help a lot of people, and plus it won't hurt, and plus I'm less likely to actually get into content ID problems, because a lot of companies they place false claims, and because of that you have to do a counterclaim, and there's a chance you might get a strike as a result if you get it wrong. And as long as you got that proof, then you don't have anything to worry about. And this way it's safer for me, and it helps you guys out, and it just really doesn't hurt. And it's probably something I was going to have to do anyways, because I don't want to have to worry about any legal issues, whether it's content ID claims or copyright strikes or anything around that. I want to make sure I don't have to deal with any of that kind of stuff, because I would really hate it for all the content to just disappear overnight or any of that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, so that's something I'm definitely going to be doing. I'm looking very forward to doing that. So just remember that for every single game you see from this point forward. There might be a couple of scenarios where I just absolutely want to do videos with this game and the company's new, or they just started making a new game, and I don't know if they're allowing people to monetize, content that includes, gameplay for that game. But I might go ahead and do it anyways. But if I can make sure the video is unmonetized, then I shouldn't have to worry about it anyways, and I'll put a disclaimer in the description below as well, just to, get rid of that problem. So make sure to look in there in case you're worried about that kind of stuff. So, other than that, I'm wanting to do some coverage pretty soon over some gaming news and other stuff, and maybe just go on some rants and talk about things that are going on in the gaming world or things that are on my mind, or maybe something in particular that I think you guys might want to actually hear. So, I'm very excited. It's I really don't know what to say other than that. I really want to get started on content very soon, and I'm looking very forward to it overall. It's one of those things I've been putting on hold for a very long time, and sometimes you get to a point where it's like, you know what? If I'm not going to do it now, when am I actually going to do it? Because I do got the webcam, I do got the hard drive space, and I got everything I need to actually do it, And it's something I don't think I really have a problem doing, and I really can't wait to do, the commentaries. That's going to probably be the easiest, and Let's Plays, for games that I absolutely enjoy. And if you have any requests for any particular games, I'll see if I actually have the game, and see if I, want to actually go ahead and play it. So, yeah, so, tell me, guys, what you think, about, whether I should have my webcam on or not when I'm doing commentaries, or if it just should be strictly gameplay. And if there's anything else that you'd be interested in seeing me do, then make sure to let me know in the comments section below. So, I guess that's it. If I actually put a clip after this, and I probably forgot something and wanted to go ahead and just add it to the very end of the video. And sorry if this is a pretty lengthy video, but this is a video that's been due for a very long time. So thank you guys for your patience, and hopefully you guys will be seeing some content pretty soon. So thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.